This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Baruchim haba and welcome everyone to a special edition of All Parsha on Parshas Vayechi, the Ben Lo Ashri on Parshas Vayechi. Now this week, it's a special week to do the Ben Lo Ashri, as tonight is his yahrzeit, Yud Gimel Teves, the yahrzeit of the Tzaddik of Ra'anana, who promises that anybody who says over his Divrei Torah in his name, he will pray for you and bail you out of any trouble in this world and in the world to come. So, I want to share with you this week 4 offerings of the Ben Lo Ashri and a word about his yahrzeit. Yaakov Avinu tells Yosef puts Yaakov's right hand on Menashe's head. Yaakov says, Menashe's the Bechar, why are you putting it on Ephraim? And Yaakov says, Yadati b'ni yadati, I know my son, I know. And Chazal bring in the Medrash Rabbah, Parsha Tzadik Zayin, Ois Chaf, that if matters, Yaakov says that were not revealed to you are revealed to me, so matters that are revealed to you, certainly they're revealed to me. Question: why is the fact that Menashe is the Bechar a revelation? How is that a revelation? It's a piece of knowledge. Yaakov Avinu was in Mitzrayim for 17 years. Of course he knew that Menashe was the Bechar. What does Yaakov mean? If something is revealed to you, it's certainly revealed to me. What do you mean, revealed to me? Why? This is not a revelation at all. And the Ben Lo Ashri says as follows. Rashi brings earlier that when Yaakov saw Menashe and Ephraim, he was disturbed. He said he wanted to give them a bracha, but he saw who would come out of them. And he said, Mi Eila. He saw Yeravam, Achav, who are destined to come out of Ephraim, and Yehu and his children who would come out of Menashe. So when Yaakov Avinu saw this tzara, he wanted to be makdim refuah to the tzara. So what he did was he put his right hand on Ephraim. The right hand is the hand of Torah. The Torah was given in the right hand. Miminoi eish das lamai. Now we know the Gemara tells us that Torah is the antidote to the Yetzer Hara. And therefore, he was mashpia on Ephraim so much Torah through his right hand that Chazal say that Yeravam's Torah was very powerful Torah. The Gemara says in Sanhedrin, Daf Kuf Beis, Torasoi shel Yeravam ein bahem doifi. And through that he was able to be strengthened and not completely lost. And Yosef said, Dad, don't do that. You're going to give him Torah, he could lead people astray. He could lead even great people astray. As we know, Achi Hashiloni was tricked by Yeravam. And Yaakov Avinu says, Yadati b'ni yadati, I know more than you know. If I would not put my hand on him, he might go lost entirely. But I know that which Chazal say in Sanhedrin Kuf Daud Amud Beis, that even Yeravam would enter Olam Haba. How do you think he'll get to Olam Haba? It's through the right hand that I put on his head. This is the revelation that Yaakov knew that Yosef didn't know. We move on. Yisachar Chamar Garem. Garem is Gematria 243. What else is 243? Avram. Chazal say in Brachas Yud Gimel Amud Aleph. In the beginning, Avram was the king of Aram, and then he became Av Hamoin Goyim. He was the king. He was the father. At first, Avram was the father of Aram, and then he became Av Hamoin Goyim, the father of many nations. Now, Yisachar is the Shevet of Torah, like it says, "V'mnei Yisachar Yodei Bina Le'itim." But Mayase Yisrael. Yisachar is designated for Klal Yisrael. Torah is only for Klal Yisrael. Therefore, Garem, he's Gematria 243, Avram, meaning only to Yisrael and not to the other Umayis Ha'olam. The Torah is Magid, Devarav Li'akov, Chukav Umishpatav Li'Yisrael. Now offering number 3, Me'asher Shmeina Lachmai, page Tafresh Nun Hey in the Ben Lo Ashri. Me'asher. Rabbeinu Bachai wonders, why does it say Me'asher? Why does it say Me'asher by all the other Shvatim? Ruvain, Bechariata, Shimon, Valevi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zevulun. And by Asher it's not Asher, it's Me'asher. The Ben Lo Ashri says that the numerical value of the Rashi Tevois, Me'asher Shmeina Lachmai, 370 is the Gematria Ba Yavai Menachem Ari. He will come, Menachem. Mashiach's name is Menachem, Ari, the lion from Shevet Yehuda. But why will Mashiach come? The Medrash tells us, Ein kol hagalios miskansois el b'schus hamishnayos. The galios will not be ingathered only in the merit of the Mishnah. We know that neshama is oisios Mishnah. Therefore, may asher shmeina lachmai. Shemena is Oisios Mishnah. May Asher Shemena, in the merit of the Mishnah, will be Zoichet to the numerical value of the Rashi Tevois, May Asher Shemena Lachmai. If it would just say Asher, we would not have this numerical value of when the Mashiach will come. In other words, May Asher Shemena Lachmai, Rashi Tevois, Gematria, Bay Yavai Menachem Ari. And then, finally, Ve'ez Shakai Vivarcheka. God will bless you with the name Shakai. Why with the name Shakai? Yosef was given very bountiful land. But there is a danger of Oisher Shamar Labalav L'Ra'asai. Sometimes wealth could bring about a person's downfall, and therefore a person always has to remain humble. Who are the paragons of humility? Shmuel, Shmuel is humility. David and Yaakov. They're all called Katan. Shmuel HaKatan. David, Yaakov. Shakai, Shmuel, David, Yaakov. Through the name Shakai, this is the shame of Anivos. This will ensure that one always remains humble. Now, as we mentioned, tonight is the yahrzeit of the Ben La'ashri. Ben La'ashri was known as the Tzaddik of Ranana. He was a resident of the city of Sachachav, where my great-grandfather, the last Rav of the city of Sachachav, Rabbi Yehuda Leib Volman, Hashem Yimkom Damai, learned with him. And the Ben La'ashri reached incredibly high levels of Ruchnias. Rabbi Aaron Leib Steinman said about him, and this is a report in the Sefer A'ale B'Tamar, that he heard from reliable sources that sometimes the Ben La'ashri was asked a question, and Ben La'ashri said, well, let me wait until I'm a sandik at a bris and I will ask Eliyahu Hanavi. So the Ben La'ashri he said even, he would speak to Eliyahu Hanavi. Why he was zoicha to this? Rabbi Aaron Leib Steinman said, maybe because of his great hasmada, and also he lived in tremendous dachkos and tremendous poverty. My grandfather received letters from the Ben La'ashri where he writes he couldn't even afford to buy a talis katan. So we hope on this occasion, Zechusay Yagein Aleinu, especially in the merit of our saying over his Torah. We've now completed the cycle of Chamishe Chumshei Torah with the Ben La'ashri. May the tzaddik be Meletz Aleinu v'al Kol Yisrael. Amen.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.